What's happening, people? Marceaux Ballchew here, host, guide, and beautiful chef, coming at you with a sizzling new recipe here on this week's edition of Roastin and Toastin. You're gonna love what I got in store for you. You're gonna be impressing your wives, your kids, bosses, concubines. Everyone's gonna love what you got going on here. So I got a secret ingredient. It's gonna be the bomb tits. So let's get cooking and let's get baked. All right, cool. So what we're bringing for you here today is an old French recipe. I got my own personal little spin on it. I call it Chunk Almandine. Now, the first thing you want to do is get those ingredients ready. You can't make food without ingredients, all right? You try to get all ahead of yourself, make it without ingredients, you're gonna look like a dick. So, you got all your ingredients out. You got them all in a row, right? First, you want to take an avocado. You just got to take that avocado. Next, salt. This is a salty dish, and you're a salty man. So you got to get some salt right in there. Don't be afraid of the salt. You can't be afraid of the salt here. People get all pussed out, don't start getting the salt in, and it just tastes like shit. So you're going to want to whip that salt. This salt's very granular right now. It's rough. It's like an earthy sort of flavor, and you don't want that. You want fluffiness. You really got to get that stuff going. All right, so you got the salt, you got some air going in it. Now you're ready to really start cooking. You're really ready to start going. So next you want to take an egg. All right, people have been using eggs in recipes for dozens of years. The problem they always use, though, is they're just cracking open the egg and they're throwing it in whole. Eggs are a very, very thick, very tough food to eat. So you're going to take the egg and you're going to want to start cutting, all right? Cut that egg. This egg is going to get split up nice. You see that yolk, that action going on right there? You spread that yolk around. You see, you still got the shell intact here. So start mincing that up. Just start mincing, all right? You want to do that with one egg, maybe two, you're feeling ballsy on the day. Just take the whole thing, just put that right in there with that salt. And because we've already taken the time and the care to whip it up, we've got, you know, some nice like juxtaposition of the flavors. So we've got the salt and you got the egg. Next is olive oil. You're gonna want to fatten this sucker up. Now, usually I just drink this straight out of the bottle. Today, you know, that's about how much I drank earlier today. You're going to want to pour in a nice little dollop right there. Boom. We've already are 2/3 of the way done with this beautiful new recipe. All right, we got it going now. Now a little hand blending. You see the yolk really getting spread around there. I'm willing to take out a camera, all right? I'm not afraid of my food. You can't be afraid of the food. You're afraid of the food will rule you. I tell you this every episode, and you people don't listen. You write me letters, you give me phone calls, and I'm here to tell you you can't be afraid of the food. So, you're probably wondering, you know, what's the secret ingredient here? I've got eggs, I've got avocado, I've got everything ready to go. You're going to find out here later in the show. But first, we got to get this oven preheated. You can't be bitching around here. You're going to bake, and you're going to set this on a low temperature. This is a long process. You should be cooking this for hours at a time. 170 is where you want it to start. 170, that's going to give you a nice, we're going to set the timer for 3 minutes. We think that's about how long it usually takes. So we got 3 minutes going. Now we are ready for our secret ingredient. You know, you always got to have fresh stuff. Actually, I just adopted him yesterday. I went down to the adoption shelter and told him I was going to adopt that cat. We'll see what happens. Now, you got all this stuff over here, all right? We got, you know, olive oil. You're going to want a real carby base. You know, I always recommend spaghetti with this recipe. You can use like bouillabaisse or other such foods. But, you know, spaghetti just sort of gives that nice sort of full flavor. So we're going to just dump this whole thing right in there, yeah. The problem with spaghetti is it just takes days. It's just a really long process. So to simulate it, I already got a little bit going, and we're ready to go. We got the spaghetti, and we're gonna just add that right in there. It's gonna give us like really thick, sort of earthy tones. So we got it going right here. We got the spaghetti. Now, we were whipping it earlier. That's going to give us the flavor, but food knows when you're afraid of it. I'm telling you guys. So you're going to want to take your hands, massage the food, give it a little love here. We got the spaghetti, we got the eggs, and the olive oil's all going to come together to make it very like a very Italiano kind of food, but with like a nice Moroccan take on it. So we got it going. Oh God, yeah, it looks like an afterbirth, and you know that's what you really want to go for. That sort of consistency, nice placenta, maybe a stray umbilical cord, and it's gonna just please everyone in your life. So we got it all going. The oven is roughly 1/3 of the way to the temperature we want it, so we're gonna go ahead and just stick this bad boy right in the oven. We're gonna get it going because you want a nice lukewarm flavor to it. So bam, right in there, and kick this up. We're gonna get it going, see what happens. Cool, we got this cooking for a few hours now, we're ready to go. We really want this going. Now, you can see why we call it Chunk Almandine. It's got that real great texture. It's exactly what you want. Now, we're getting ready to take this over, and it's almost ready to eat. Don't forget your avocado. Now, we still gotta add the secret ingredient, and I've been hinting at it all show. Salt. Thanks for joining us here at Marceaux Ballchew's Roastin Toastin. Cheers, everybody.